Hi there, this is Wanda with Pretty Cute Press, and today I'm going to give you a demonstration of how to edit your Photobooth Strip template. Now, depending on what item you purchase, your template might be look differently, but they all operate the same. Once you make your purchase, you'll have a inside, you'll get a overlay template in a PNG format, and you'll also have a PDF that will give you a link to this Canva template. Once you click on your Canva template and it's imported into your Canva account, then you'll be taken to a file that looks like this. Inside of your template, you'll notice that I have several pages in here. The first one is the full page design. The second one here is just the top overlay, and then the third one here is a the background, simple background, and then this one is a full design of the template with some drag and drop photo frames in there. Okay, so let's look at the first page. Everything on here is editable. But this, I've set it up so that if you're happy with the template and you just want to change out the text, the wording, or add something different in here, you can certainly do that. You can change your fonts that you use. You can change the colors of the fonts and all of that. Once you've got this design like you want, then you want to make sure that you go up here and go to share. You'll go to download and you'll click transparent background. This is important if you're using it as an overlay. And then you'll want to just select this first one here and done and download it to your computer, your device, and save it to whatever photo booth app that you're utilizing. I've also included the ability to have, depending on how you set up your files, I've also included this here, which is just the overlay itself with the wording. All of this is still editable as well. And then I have just the Jingham background here if you want to download your background separate from your overlay. That's why I've included that in there. It's not something that you have to use. And then here, this is the same template, but I've added these drag and drop photo frames in the event that perhaps you're not using it actually for a photo booth, but maybe you're creating birthday favors or Mother Day favors for events that you just want to easily add some images in there. So to use this, you would just get your images, either upload them, drag and drop your images into Canva, and then you will pop them in here. Now, one thing that you'll note that sometimes when you pop over here, it may overtake it. You see how I'm having trouble getting that dropped into that frame? That's because these frames are way at the back. So to be able to easily access them better, you want to make sure you go to position, and then you want to scroll down to the very bottom. You'll see these little three squares. What you want to do is highlight the first one, hold down your shift key, highlight the bottom one, and bring it all the way up to the top so that we can bring those frames to the top. And from there, I'm going to delete this for the moment. And then I'm going to come back over here, and now I can easily drag and drop those images in there. Now you might have noticed that little flicker here where you see that image is trying to go into that background, or actually this is the that little pearl border. To prevent that, you want to hold down your control key so that it only goes into the spot that you want. Can drag that there. Maybe I want that there. You can reposition your images by double clicking. You can resize them to get different parts of the image if you like. And then maybe I want to add this one. So if I wanted to make her bigger and reposition her slightly, I could do that. And once you have your images in there, you want to go back to position. You want to highlight that top one, hold down your shift key, and get the bottom one, and then we just drag those to the very bottom, and that puts that back behind that faux pearl border. Once you got everything like you want, you want to go down here, go over to share, click your download, and here you don't have to worry about transparent background because this is just the full design that you want. So you can either download it as a JPEG or a PNG file. It's your choice. And so you want to make sure that you're picking the page that you want. So I say the current page, done, and then you can download that and print it how you would like. So I hope that you find these templates useful. And oh, one other thing that I was going to point out, that I did show you that this is a frame. So if you wanted to change your background image, you can certainly do that. If you wanted something other than this gingham that I have here, you can switch those out by just bringing over an image and being sure you drag it and drop it into the right frame in there. And if you have trouble getting it into the spot, you just go to position, look for this particular one, bring it up, and then once you have your image in there, bring it back down to the back. Okay, so you can swap those out in either one of the frames there the same way. And that is just a brief overview of how you can edit your template. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.